The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is TV1 News. I'm Mary Silla Kelaton.
And I'm Jasmine Jack. Join me later in the bulletin for sports.
In this edition, 1.4 million kina disbursed under Church Partnership Program. Valoka Catholic Parish celebrates 100 years, and Reese Martin to miss game against I2. The PNG Church State Partnership Program this week facilitated the delivery of 1.4 million kina to the Church Development Council during a meeting at the Lamana Hotel. The 1.4 million kina is part of a 5 million kina funding allocated by the government towards grant facilities under the department. Customers of Kina Bank have until tomorrow, October 31st, to have their Kina local cards replaced with a Kina Visa debit card. Kina Bank, in a statement, again reminded its customers to visit their nearest branch to have their cards replaced free of charge. Kina Bank Chief Operating Officer Robi Uyasi said after this deadline, the cards will be terminated. The bank is taking this proactive step to protect its customers from losing their money through instances of card cloning or skimming. The Kina Visa debit cards are equipped with advanced security features including 3D secure service, real-time transaction alerts, and microchip protection against card skimming and cloning. In a tribute to Papua New Guinea's upcoming 50th independence anniversary, the 2025 cohort of Australia Awards PNG Scholars was officially named the Somare Whitlam Scholars during a commemorative event at the Australian High Commission this week. The honorary title pays tribute to Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare and former Australian Prime Minister Gough Whitlam, leaders who paved the way for PNG's independence and a lasting, mutually respectful partnership between Papua New Guinea and Australia.
The celebration, marked by heartfelt speeches and reflections, gathered dignitaries, family members of Somare and Whitlam, and the 90 newly named Somare Whitlam Scholars. Attendees included PNG's Minister for Higher Education, Kino Kafio, Public Service Minister Joe Sungi, and Australian High Commissioner John Fix. Australia's Minister for International Development and the Pacific, Pat Conroy, and the Whitlam family, represented by members of the Australian High Commission, conveyed inspiring messages reinforcing the deep ties and shared history between the two countries. Addressing the scholars, Minister Fio emphasized the transformative potential of this prestigious opportunity.
And I know that it's not easy to secure anything from Australia. You have to meet all the competitive requirements. And for those of you who are able to secure the scholarship, that is a testament of yourself, your abilities, your skills, your dedication, your commitment to making sure that you are able to secure that scholarship. And so you deserve it. I congratulate you and wish you all the very best as you go to study. You know, our nation's future relies on all of us, and more so for those of you who will be equipped with world-class education.
Dalcian Somare Brass representing the Somare family, spoke of the Australia Awards PNG program's legacy of building capacity and strengthening connections between Papua New Guinea and Australia. She described the scholarship as a prestigious opportunity that strengthens our connection with Australia and highlighted the profound potential for positive change the scholars bring home.
It may seem like a nation challenged by the speed of its own growth rate. All too often recently we are witnessing the socio-cultural, political and economic features that we share with many developing jurisdictions, where exponential population growth teamed with poverty, in-migration, cultural diversity and geopolitical pressures together can create havoc separately.
Originally announced by Prime Ministers James Marape and Anthony Albanese during the 2024 Annual Leaders Dialogue, the Somare Whitlam Scholarships honor the visionary contributions of Somare and Whitlam in 1975. Since then, thousands of Papua New Guineans have studied in Australia through the Australia Awards, returning to play crucial roles across sectors in Papua New Guinea. The 2025 Somare Whitlam Scholars join a distinguished network of alumni poised to drive progress and innovation as PNG reaches its 50th year of independence. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
The National St. John's Council plans to establish more partnerships within the National Capital District, similar to the one launched at the Meterea Health Centre yesterday. Chief Executive Officer of the National St. John Ambulance Commissioner Matt Cannon elaborated on this during the MOA sign-in between the NCD-PHA and St. John on the delivery of a well-equipped ambulance vehicle yesterday.
For the National St. John Council is to have more partnerships like this across the city where we have ambulances standing by, and it's an initiative we've piloted previously with the fire service at Waigani and the police at 7 Mile, and that's resulted in better response times to people in the communities that are around those stations. So bringing it into a health centre is our first step towards a greater integration with the NCD Provincial Health Authority, making sure that the relationships between the health authority staff and the ambulance staff are prosperous to deliver that better care when that patient needs it.
The PNG Church-State Partnership Program this week facilitated the delivery of 1.4 million kina to the Church Development Council during a meeting at the Lamana Hotel. The 1.4 million kina is part of a 5 million kina funding allocated by the government towards grant facilities under the department.
Secretary for Community Development and Religion, Jerry Obase, said some of the grants went to other important programs run by the department, such as Public Servants Dedication Service, Independence Day, and church meeting in Alotau.
We will be distributing IFAs only to the mainline churches, unfortunately, like I said, because for the 5 million we cannot distribute to the entire church community within the country, but we will only focus on the 7 mainline churches. The total that we will distribute tonight is 1.4 million.
The names of the churches were called accordingly to receive the amount allocated to them, starting with the Catholic Church and Evangelical Lutheran churches receiving 200,000 kina each. Next were the United Church of Papua New Guinea and the Anglican churches, who received 150,000 kina each, followed by the PNG Union Mission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church with another 200,000 kina, while the Baptist Union and the Salvation Army received 100,000 kina each. The grants also included the Secretariat for the PNG Council of Churches, which was received by the General Secretary, Reverend Roger Joseph.
Very much, regional planning. Thank you very much. We continue to
feel the effect of this church-state partnership through these meetings. When we come together and meet together this way, we feel we are part and parcel of the government. So we express our sincere thank you, heartfelt thank you to the government of the day for making this happen.
Reverend Joseph thanked the government for this gesture, which he said is not common in other countries. Grants were awarded separately to projects with large single budgets such as adult literacy trainings and water and sanitation hygiene. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
Why does the workplace need more women CEOs? This was the question posed on the flyer that introduced a breakfast meeting organized by EVE, which was held yesterday at the Gateway Hotel.
Well-known women leaders who had excelled into male-dominant CEO roles were invited to share with young females their experiences this week. Dalciana Somare Brush was keynote speaker. Other panelists were Ulato Avey, Lesieli Taviri, and Jennifer Baing Waiko. Somare Brush said she had never been in the private sector to know how many women are CEOs, but she is aware that women have already broken these barriers. There are also freedoms that are exercised in the country and a democracy that has to cater for about 17 million people, we think. But do we really have proper statistics?
We can talk about women and we can talk about having women as CEOs in workplaces. But if we never work out just the basics, how many women actually occupy jobs? How many girls went to primary school? How many girl children, sit in an elementary school who will have a chance to go to secondary school, who will then have an amazing and very privileged opportunity to go to a university? And in the absence of data, we can't plan.
Jennifer Baing Waiko grew up as a politician's daughter, participating in all obligations of Melanesian political leadership, but never imagined herself to be a leader.
I really aimed for. I didn't aim to be in that leadership position. It's something that's, I think it's inbuilt. You're always around that with your family, so it's just something that you just grow up with, and it just becomes something that's part of you, and it just becomes something that's just natural to you. And each and every one of you here, is also a leader. And I think it's really important that you speak up and speak out, because each and every one of us here has an experience, has a story to tell, has an inspirational story to tell, has an inspirational story to share,
The event was concluded with a panel discussion led by panelists. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
Students of the Bisla Tabu Seventh-day Adventist Primary School and Sogeri Primary School, both located in the Hirikoyari district, received school desks and chairs worth 26,000 kina recently. The Koyari Special Purpose Authority, an implementing arm of the Koyari local level government in Central, delivered these items with the aim to equip schools in the district with good facilities and enhance learning capabilities of students. Head teacher for the SD Primary School, William Iga, was overjoyed with the generosity of 46 desks and chairs valued at 9,000 kina. Sogeri Primary School, meanwhile, received 80 desks and chairs worth 17,000 kina, plus a water tank for the school valued at 5,000 kina. More than 20 Catholic parishes in the Kimbe Diocese, West New Britain, recently gathered at the Valoka Catholic Parish to celebrate 100 years of the arrival of the gospel to the area. The celebration started on October 24 at the Kalu sub-parish to mark the arrival of the first missionaries in the area. From Kalu sub-parish, the event was then moved to the Valoka Catholic Parish and celebrated from October 26 to the 27th.
More than 20 parishes in the West New Britain province gathered at the Valoka parish to mark the event. The celebration started on Thursday, October 24, 2024 at Kalusa parish and ended at Valoka parish on October 27, 2024. People from all walks of life gathered and participated in the celebration. Among those that gathered were provincial leaders, including Member for Nakanai and Minister for Oil Palm Francis Maneke, Member for Talasia Freddy Kumai, Provincial Administrator Leo Mapmani, former Police Commissioner Gary Baki, and the Chairman of West New Britain Provincial Health Authority, Professor Matthias Sapuri. Maneke said the centenary depicts the power of God through the spread of the gospel in the communities, and in appreciation of the work of the church in the area, he presented 100,000 kina earlier to the parish.
Me am mas looking more at people lo yumilo nakanai state lo baya kami naplo yumilo Hoskins go naplo garua na same time too all people lo yumilo talasia lo town na lo block o kita come witness him or support him this important program.
Maneke further appealed to all the people to stand together with the church and work together to see a brighter future for the next generation. He said many social issues happening in the district and the province was the result of people walking away from God, and partnering with churches is the way forward to celebrate the next 100 years.
Okay, this is me so clear too also. Now, when I'm demonstrating lo here, you may all young or leaders, one time all youth today must is in place. Lo one more something on tumunam lo imi oli bring finishing camp. Set some key area lo imi must support it.
Member for Talasia Freddy Kumai also shared similar sentiments and expressed satisfaction on the celebration of the centenary. He said the centenary celebrations also helps to pass on the history of the church to the young generation going forward.
Thank you. Long walk long missionaries long 1800s, ikam some 1900s. So I'll bring him this la talk ikam. So today you may witness him this la the lighting of the 100 candles by all chief blow you inside lo nakanai. Me signify most of this la walk about me come 100 years. Now only present him all gift or special gifts go young generations. Where this la all gives where Emmy go long young generations long makim this la new walk about of the next 100 years.
Kumai also presented 15,000 kina to mark the celebrations. Freddy Mo, TVWAN News.
You're watching TVWAN News. We'll be back with the day's other stories after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bunyamyumi.
Open nets.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. magic kakaro, get up and big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trubla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Welcome back. Ramu Niko this week assisted the Medan Tourism and Cultural Bureau with funding sponsorship to host the annual Kangal Festival in Rai Coast District. Ramu Niko's Community Affairs General Manager Eric Kuman presented the check to the Kangal Festival Committee. He hopes that the sponsorship motivates Rai Coast locals to embrace and uphold their cultural heritage for generations to come. Kangal Festival, which was scheduled for the end of this month, has been deferred to November. Caretaker Director for the Medan Tourism and Culture Bureau, Joanne Arek, said the office is pleased to have Ramu Niko on board again for a second year.
Recognize the festival because of staff no zone we're mining and stuff. So we plan to thank you straight festival and one club non function blow me plan looking for inside the flowing. So we plan thank you straight. We plan a mask next time we plan a
The Bara Primary School in the Central Nakanai local level government of Nakanai District will become a junior high school in 2025. Provincial Senior School Inspector Paul Kamo confirmed the status on Monday, 28 October at the school premises.
Bara Primary School will be enrolling its first grade 9 students in 2025. West New Britain Provincial Senior Inspector Paul Kamo, when officially launching the upgraded status of the school from primary to junior high school on Monday, said Bereme has the potential of implementing the National Education's 166 structure, given the infrastructures they have. With the school set to become a junior high school next year, Kamo called on the people to work together and support the school. Mr. Kamo said the inclusion of this new junior high school will bring the total number of junior high schools in the province to 18.
Your primary schools, if we see potential schools to become junior high schools and to become feeder schools too, the secondary school Mangsing or technical secondary school Mangsing, it will be possible so that we can fully accomplish the 166 school restructure. That means you miss certain finish now. Now you will look more so you got primary section, sector staff. You need to continue to increase capacity building. So she me gonna immediate me gonna have grade 12. We will have grade 1 all the way to grade 12. And that is 166 school restructure.
Mr. Kamo is therefore appealing to the community for the support to implement the provincial education plan according to the national education structure.
May appeal now, you will community support. Now, will come to funding into advocating the establishment of schools in the provincial education implementation plan. There is need to bridge funding agencies for this plan. Many are reactive, criticizing. Yes, no doubt that there will be disadvantages. But our pace is to complete the plan of establishing our schools before 2030.
Regional Teaching Services Commission Advisor for New Guinea Islands, Joel Lolo, who was also in attendance, confirmed that teaching positions for the new Bara Junior High School has been approved by the Teaching Services Commission Board. However, Mr. Lolo urged the community to build infrastructure to cater for the positions approved for the teachers.
Position ni mas kapeles belum position is sit down. Suppose position now at this stage yang gamap. I mas kapeles belum come sit down. Meaning all get a display validation report what time we play give him long school. Long when them requirement long school, when them kind building he must come up. When them teacher's house he must stop. Please, you may commit him, you may long walk him display.
Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
The Provincial Senior School Inspector Paul Camo also confirmed that Hoskins Secondary School in the Hoskins local level government area is undergoing the phase-out process with the phasing out of grade 9 this year and grade 10 in 2025 in preparation of becoming the Provincial School of Excellence.
Since we phase him out grade 9 this year, New Global phase him out grade 9 this year. All dignitaries meet out clear this year. Hoskins Provincial School of Excellence is categorized under National School of Excellence. It will go through its first phasing out of grade 9 this year. Next year, second phase out and grade 10. Now Hoskins by 11th, one them grade 11, now 12th as soon. ME National School of Excellence, but we categorize it under Provincial School of Excellence because people are like also province by regulating control belong this National School of Excellence. Meaning that Hoskins Provincial School of Excellence and by accepting to integral human development, IHD, meaning that
education is the key to unlock government services to rural areas. This was the message from the member for Nakanai and Minister for Oil Palm, Francis Maneke, to his people during the official announcement of the elevation of Bereme Primary to Junior High School on Monday at Berema in the central Nakanai local level government area.
For a community to be strong, it needs strong intellectual people to drive the development in the area. Member for Nakanai and Minister for Oil Palm, Francis Maneke, says everything is possible if all people work together and prioritize the agendas of education wherever they live or dwell in. He said education is the only way forward and urged parents to guide their children in the right path of learning.
About you Lokam make him so that you may deliver him for them something and enough lo albi me lo community blow me. Or people blow me like total sen. You know got more wambla road. You know got more wambla something. Save stop by weekend go on never go get that. Also na challenge blow me all parents today. Don't pick in me. You may not have gone to school, but support him all picking, guide him all good, Balugona. Only use him, this little service, this little school, she stop lo house to her, but can come up good.
Maneke said Western development has changed the way of living for many people and challenged them to unite and work with the leaders to build the infrastructure of the new junior high school. In saying so, Maneke committed 50,000 kina to the school and presented a Lucas sawmill to help build the school infrastructure. Maneke also announced that a 4-in-1 classroom will be donated by the Japanese government through JICA to the school.
You may get more resources than Ogeta Haplo, district Lomilo Nakana. Ogeta Haplo, ground and finish, bush and finish, divide and finish. Or man sent us only get this power and stuff. That is why Lomio said, member of you. This is a power step under me. Or said, me like him, this is a school. You like come put him on one time. I'm making him. I'm making come up good. God bless you me.
Meantime, Minister Maneke also committed 100,000 kina to maintain the Bereme Hospital. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2534 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2459, $0.3721 Australian dollars, $0.2197 euro, and 37.39 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, cocoa, palm oil, crude oil, and copper closed higher, while coffee and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. This is TV1 News. We'll have news from the region after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Karen, talk young, or roll the scale rice family meal with talk to bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Senisi go, let's get rice, low scale price. Senisi go, let's get rice, low scale price. But you like him?
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Myer. Find PNG made.
In its first 10 years, the PNG LNG project has had a long-lasting impact, contributing more than 26 billion kina to the state of Papua New Guinea. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levy and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
These two are creeping into your personal space. Why don't we send them packing? Oh, maybe not.
Bing bang bing, bum bum.
Welcome back. The Pacific Islands Forum this week urged Forum Island countries to embrace investment opportunities from Japan as critical drivers for post-COVID economic recovery. The forum says the Pacific is open for business, and this partnership with Japan is a cornerstone for shared future, with trade, investment, and tourism high on the agenda. The Forum Island countries and Japan Regional Investment Seminar in Suva this week zeroes in on 4 strategic goals of promoting tourism and exports to Japan, increasing Japanese investment in the Pacific, boosting exports, and establishing an online platform to connect stakeholders across the region. Myer has struck a deal to buy Premier Investments clothing division apparel brands. The purchase will give the department store ownership of Just Jeans, JJ's, Potman's, Dottie, and Jackie E, while Premier will retain Smiggle and Peter Alexander.
Many people know Myer for its perfume counters and its long history in Australia.
Familiar landmark, Myers of Melbourne is one of the big 6 in world retailing.
However, However, these days, the retailer has been struggling with its profit margins, and younger Australians like Shay and Delora are shopping online instead.
Not a lot of range. I don't think that I'm their target market.
Now Myer is betting its future on a merger.
This is about ensuring that Myer, which is 125 years old, can continue to be a sustainable business.
The deal would see Myer buy up 5 retail chains, including Just Jeans, Dotti and Portman's. All of these are brands that are currently owned by Solomon Lew's Premier Investments.
I'm personally very excited by this transaction and will be joining the board of Myer as well as remaining its chairman of Premier Investments.
The deal is worth almost $1 billion. It still needs sign-off from the consumer watchdog and shareholders.
We're going to vote for the merger. We believe that the merger is transformational.
This retail analyst says the deal is a dud.
Trying to bridge the gap from 13 or 12 up to 80 is problematic. What I would do is I'd rebrand Myer.
Myer's pushing ahead with this merger at the same time that another Australian legacy retailer has collapsed. The owner of Rivers, Noni B and Katie's just entered voluntary administration, which is putting 3,000 jobs at risk.
I think it's dead and buried. I'd be surprised if someone tried to resurrect it.
Tough times for retail prompting major mergers.
Japan's Trade Policy and Economic Cooperation has laid out an ambitious vision for the Pacific, promising that Japan is ready to be a strong partner in the region's economic development. The cooperation highlighted its commitment at the Forum Island Countries and Japan Regional Investment Seminar this week in Suva. Japan's investment strategy in the Pacific now includes a sizable commitment, a $1 billion fund earmarked for projects across the global south, with the Pacific as a priority. Japan sees the Pacific as a critical partner for development and economic growth. It highlighted the Pacific's rich natural resources, diverse cultures, and tremendous economic potential. Scammers targeted 91-year-old Grace, calling her and providing her with enough personal details to convince her they worked for her bank. They told her to put her phone in her bath and then sent a taxi for her, taking her to a supermarket where she was instructed to buy $2,000 worth of gift cards. She is speaking out to help stop other people falling victim to the scam.
Old Grace took a call claiming to be from her bank. She was initially sceptical, but within moments, the man on the end of the line had worked his way through her distrust.
So he gave my full name, he gave my address.
Grace was told she was the last piece of a puzzle that would put a known scammer behind bars. She just needed to do one thing.
He said, I want you to buy 4 Apple gift cards.
The caller told Grace a taxi was waiting for her outside her Perth home, and before she knew it, she was in the back seat.
I walked out to the taxi. I got in it like a fool.
Grace was driven to a shopping complex in the city's north, where an alert checkout operator stopped her purchase. All the while, the scammer was still on her phone, ready with further instructions.
I felt like fainting, to be honest with you. I felt so stupid. I felt gullible.
The 91-year-old was spotted by neighbours and returned home to her worried family. Her story now a warning to others who may be targeted.
They are absolute mongrels. There is no other word to describe taking advantage of a 91-year-old.
And a reminder of how fast your money can be lost.
The iTunes gift cards and those gift card scams kind of fell out of favour, but we're definitely seeing a resurgence of them this year.
The incident is now under investigation by the Commonwealth Bank after it acted to ensure the security of Grace's accounts.
How he knew my address, how he knew my phone number, how he knew my husband had passed, and my full name, my age, my birthday,
Those details likely obtained through data harvesting. Consumer Protection has a simple message for the community.
The only people that are going to call you to ask you to help you catch a scammer is a scammer.
Almost 2 months on from her ordeal, Grace is still trying to process what happened to her.
Sorry.
And she wants to make sure it happens to nobody else.
I won't let it be me, but if I can help anybody else by what my story tells you, I hope you really listen.
Heatwave continues to persist through the Northern Territory. Emergency services are attempting to control a number of blazes, including a large fire burning for the past 2 weeks near Wycliffe Well.
Sweltering conditions on the streets of Katherine. Residents taking this week's heatwave in their stride.
It's a beautiful hot day, yeah, but I don't care.
It's getting to the stage where you can just drop out of the heat just from a couple of steps, you know?
It can get a lot hotter, but, we've seen 40 or 42. Come on, it's not that bad.
Temperatures this week to hit the 40s in the Daly, Tiwi and West Arnhem regions, with showers possibly offering some temporary relief.
Yeah, we could see some showers and storms across the top end over the next couple of days. As we go into the weekend, unfortunately, we're going to see those really decrease, maybe a little bit around the coast, but they're going to be few and far between. With the showers and storms decreasing, we're going to see those temperatures rise again.
Meanwhile, emergency services are attempting to control a number of blazes, including a large fire burning for the past 2 weeks near Wycliffe Well. The scars of a devastating season last year providing some fire breaks, but the risk remains for much of Central Australia.
Any area that wasn't affected last year is an area of concern, and generally we're seeing the fire season continue to progress south and obviously going to now start impacting, as it has been the last recent couple of weeks, in and around the Alice Springs, Central Australia area.
Severe heat waves are particularly dangerous for older people and children, so libraries in Darwin are offering a number of activities where young and old can escape the heat.
And that ends the news segment. Jasmine will be back with sports after these short messages.
Rugby league is a powerful force that unites Papua New Guinea and develops our youth. Through partnerships with the PNG LNG Kumals, Grassroots Rugby League and Justin Olam, we aim to instill skills to last a lifetime.
I'm community blue. When it's on you welcome, I'm come up community. You must not community.
When we invest in people, we invest in tomorrow's possibilities.
Looking for a place to call home? How about a luxury apartment at an unbeatable price? You'll fall in love with this fully furnished home, complete with white and brown goods, featuring 3 spacious master bedrooms, air conditioning, a balcony and a kids playground. Perfect for your family. At just 1,500 kina per week, our rates are negotiable. Call, WhatsApp or email us today to get the best deal. Tassian Group Properties welcomes you home. You belong here.
Kumul Petroleum is a major regional petroleum industry player involved in large-scale upstream, midstream and downstream petroleum and energy developments in the country. We are committed to ensuring that Papua New Guineans maximize benefits from the petroleum and energy sector.
Thanks for staying with us. The Kumals will be out to build on an impressive first-up win over the Bati and set sail for the bowl final on November the 10th in a winning form. With Nana McDonald and Lachlan Lamb showing the way, the Kumals are expected to pack too much firepower for a Cook Islands side coming off a 56-6 defeat at the hands of the Bati.
Coming to meet the game face. Victory for the Kumals would set up a clash with the third-place team in the Pacific Cup, Tonga or the Kiwis, for a shot at promotion to the 2025 Pacific Cup. If Cook Islands manage to spring up an upset, Fiji is almost certain to advance to the promotion relegation playoff against the Kiwis or Tonga. Cook Islands can still win the Pacific Bowl and a shot at promotion, but they must defeat the Kumals by 77 points to overcome the Batis for and against. That scenario seems highly impossible, but the I2 will fight all the way, and there will be plenty of free-flowing football and huge collisions for a bumper crowd in Port Moresby. Skipper Rhys Martin will miss the game due to personal reasons, replaced by second rower Dan Russell, who was 18th man in Week 1. Judah Rimbu is listed to start at hooker with Liam Horn on the bench, although they could swap on game day as they did against the Bati in Suva. No changes for the I2, with former Broncos captain Alex Glenn again listed among the reserves. The 36-year-old last played a test match in 2019, scoring a try in Cook Islands' 38-16 win over the USA in Florida. Veteran Brent Kairangi calls the shots in the house alongside another experienced campaigner in Essen Masters, while Davy Mwale shows the way in the middle after an impressive showing against Fiji. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Canberra Raiders NRLW development player and current PNG Orchids member Uaravu is excited for Sunday's Pacific Championships Cup Challenge against the visiting New Zealand Ferns in front of a home crowd at the National Football Stadium. The 27-year-old is again taking on a leadership role, guiding the new girls around training and sharing her big game experience, adding value to the camp, a positive gesture for their confidence heading to Sunday's clash.
PNG Orchids number 38, Uaravu, is again relishing her time back in camp with the national women's team for this year's Pacific Championship Cup Challenge against superpowers Australia and New Zealand. Though it hasn't been the best possible start to their inaugural Cup campaign this year after topping last year's Bowl Challenge, Ravu said there's high spirits among the girls in camp and quite confident they will turn up against the Ferns on Sunday. Ravu said after their loss to Australia, coach Tani Norris' training session have been very specific and more defense-focused against the Kiwis, especially with the heavy pack in the middle and other aspects around the ruck speed and better completion rates.
We have gotten so much better from last few games that we've played. I know last year we've gotten so much better in defence. So I think, yeah, it will be a defence-focused game against the Kiwis, especially with their big bodies in the middle. And yeah, that's about it.
Ravu also highlighted a few challenges such as the language barrier, especially for a couple of new girls joining camp this week, but overall it's all been positive.
I think definitely like language barriers is a bit hard. Like some of the girls from Australia base is hard to understand Pidgin, but like we do a lot of translating in training and stuff like that and in team meetings, so it makes it a bit easier, but it's just a slower process. So yeah, I think that's the main challenge. What's the atmosphere?
When asked about how the team is gelling and the atmosphere like in camp, Bravo admitted they have had a positive vibe as majority of the squad members are returning Orchids, except for two new girls who have been added to the main group.
Yeah, it's pretty positive. I think it's pretty good. We don't have that many new girls. We've got two girls, Jenny and Frida. They came in to the camp in Prime Ministers. So yeah, we've gotten to know them over the past few weeks, but a majority of the girls have come from the World Cup and from original Orchids team and like previous Orchids teams as well. So it hasn't been too hard to create a connection, but yeah, it's still something we have to really work on each camp. So.
Ramu is grateful for a coach like Tani Norris, who is experienced and has a lot of knowledge around rugby league.
The Koyari Rugby League in Central Province is looking forward to host its 2024 Grand Final this Sunday, when Sogeri Market Boys lock horns with next-door rivals Dabu Storms for the major trophy. A big turnout of faithful fans and supporters for both teams from in and around the Sogeri and Koyari community are expected to swamp the Yarawari Agro-Technical Secondary Oval to witness the big showdown.
There's a nice build-up of hype and excitement for Sunday's decider with SMB Broncos, who have been very consistent, dominating both A and B grade divisions throughout the season and ready to take on their rival Dabu Storms. The B grade team will also be featured in the grand final when they meet Itiki Pirates. KRL President Jonah Oga said he's satisfied and looking forward to this weekend's grand final matches. He said the season started with 16 teams, however the best teams made it through and now ready to battle it out for the cup this Sunday. The president said Koyari League is an old league that has existed for 20 years with a proven track record of producing some of the best rugby league players who have gone on to represent the country with pride both at the national and international scenes in the likes of Adani Gebi, the Abavu brothers, Josiah, Anthony Anbland, and Adam Korave. Oga is very confident they still have abundant young talent with potential to make the next generation of players who can transit to the next level. Dubbed as Rubber Man back in his heyday playing for Sirinamu Pukpuks, Oga says it is an inspiration for him and the league executive after many players from the local league making the national team. To show his love and passion for the local competition, Oga has forked out 20,000 kina from his own pocket last year and again 20,000 this year to assist and sustain the running of the Koyari Rugby League when he took over the reign as president. He thanked major sponsor Water PNG for its assistance with 50,000 kina this year and the Koitaki Country Club for their generous support towards the grand final showdown this Sunday. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. We'll now have the weather forecast with Mary Silla.
Southern, Port Moresby, sunny to partly cloudy tonight. Daru, sunny to partly cloudy with evening rain showers. Kerama, partly sunny to cloudy with evening rain showers and inland thunderstorms. Alatau, cloudy with evening rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Popondata, cloudy periods with evening rain showers and thunderstorms. Momase, Lay, partly cloudy with brief showers. Medang, sunny to partly cloudy with possible rain showers. Wewak, sunny to partly cloudy evening. Vanimo, partly cloudy with evening showers. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau, sunny to fine, cloudy tonight. Kavieng, partly sunny to cloudy evening with possible showers. Kokopo, Rabaul, partly sunny to cloudy evening with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kimbe, partly cloudy with evening rain showers and thunderstorm. Buka, sunny to partly cloudy evening with possible showers. And Highlands, Mount Hagen, partly cloudy, then evening rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Kundiawa and Barnes becoming cloudy with evening rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with evening rain showers and thunderstorms. Coral Sea, seas moderate to rough with southeast winds of 20 to 33 knots. Solomon Sea, seas smooth to slight with east to southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas slight with southeast tending to northeast wind of 5 to 15 knots. And Pacific Ocean, seas smooth to slight with southwest winds of 5 to 10 knots. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands to Kerema to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samurai Islands seas 1 to 2 meters. Waters of Samurai Inland to Cape Bogle and all Milling Bay Islands. Waters of Medan to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border. And waters of West New Britain seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. Waters of Cape Bogle to Hoenn Gulf to Finchafen. Waters of New Ireland to East New Britain and waters of Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Finchafen through Vitier Strait to Siassi Long Island and waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And that ends this edition of news. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.